and young maidens to the kingdom of Campelot. Our story begins with 4 heroes. Would you like to meet them? For the orange team, your jester, Julian!
Hello, my young jesters! And Jules, how thee be? You sound grandiose now. I want to hear the greatest huzzah I've ever heard on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Huzzah! Yes!
For the red team, Scarlet Sure Shot!
Scarlet Sure Shot's the name. It's sharpshoots is the game. Let me hear it from the red team. Woo!
And for the green team, Sir Campelot! It is I! Can I hear the green team scream? And for the blue team, the Royal Crown Prince, Jack Bowman! And the Royal Princess, Evangeline!
Welcome to Camp Compass. We are so glad to have you here. Thank you for traveling all this way to our land. We hope you enjoy your time here this week.
The rule of the king. He was a noble man who served with kindness and wisdom, always doing what was best for the people of Campelot. His son, the prince and heir to the throne, likewise followed in his father's footsteps and was looking forward to the day he would lead the people of Campelot as his father had. But dark days arose when a kingdom from the south waged war against Campelot. The king and his army of knights showed their strength and heart as they protected their walls and drove the army back. The king and his men fought for many days, and although they defended Campelot well, the king ultimately fell. Struck with sorrow of the news of his father, Jack picked up his bow, rallied the knights of Campelot, and advanced with one final siege. Jack and his men were victorious, and with a shout of celebration like never heard before, they hailed him their new king, King Jack. Now there was a man in Campelot who served the king for many years, Sir Nigel Hisley. While Campelot mourned over news of their fallen king, Hisley saw this as an opportunity, for he always desired the power of the throne. He acted quickly. He summoned his men to make haste to the battlefield. He ordered them to find Prince Jack and make sure he would never return to Campelot again. In the cover of darkness, the men ambushed Jack. He defended himself well, fighting off the Duke's royal guard until out of the fog came 2 of the most ferocious men Jack had ever laid eyes on. Standing as tall as the trees, they pushed Jack back to the cliff. With one final blow, they sent Jack down to the bottom of the cliff. The knights of Campelot rushed to the prince's aid, but by the time they got there, it was too late. Campelot mourned for many months, but none more than the princess, who lost her father and brother that day. Hisley acted in company with the princess and quickly gained her trust. What would become of Campelot without its ruler? Despite all odds, Jack survived his fall. He was hurt badly, but was found by an unlikely stranger, an orphan named Scarlet. She had no idea that this was the prince, but managed to get him shelter while he could gain back his strength. Many months passed, and Jack did regain most of his strength. It was time for him to take back what was stolen from him. The throne, the kingdom. It was time to take back Campelot.
The day is almost here. The day is almost here. The day is almost here. Yeah, that's
My
me.
excellent Grand Guard, can you feel the electricity in the air?
Yeah, I feel it right in my stomach.
Yes, it's like little lightning bolts raining down on the kingdom, announcing my coronation. Crack a crown. Crack a crown. Crack a crown. And to think, I had to wait an entire year for this moment just because of one minor taco calorie.
Well, sir, technically it's called a technicality, and it's right here in section 1B of the law, right here, as you can see.
Well, look, what's a law degree?
Yeah, actually I do. I took a couple classes when I was 6. I learned numbers 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Oh.
Here's the value of my opinion.
And I'm right here.
And here's the value of your opinion. We don't know.
Man, you don't have to be so mean. I was just trying to show you the law.
I know what the law says. Yes, I do.
That's good.
No one has to worry, for soon I, Sir Nigel Hisley, will wear the crown. And when I do, I'll be able to make up any lie I want, whenever I want. Power! Being a bad guy.
Yeah, it's like
Speaking
cheating.
of crown, where is that jester?
Julian! Julian
Jester!
the Jester, at your liege.
Jester guy! Jester guy! Jester! Jester!
Right here.
Right there.
Well, what took you so long? It's time for my royal crown fitting.
Oh, ooh, the crown fitting. Yes, yes,
Commence.
indubitably.
Post haste. Commence.
Looking good, sire. Very good.
I know I look good.
Hey, man, I think since you don't really need me right now, I think I'm going to go around Campelot and just see what's going on. Maybe even stop by the confectionery goods stand and get me a cupcake or something.
A cupcake.
Pastry?
I like cupcakes. It's like cake, but little.
Yeah.
Why don't you get me a cupcake? And while you're at it, I'd love one of those delicious Camp Compass snacks. And don't let them, they always say they're out of them. If they say they're out, grab one from the green team, those little pipsqueaks. Just push them over. Yes! Revel in it! It's so good to have adoring fans.
No promises. I'm going to go check it
Okay,
out.
now for the crown, now for the crown. Measure.
Ah, let us see. Ooh. Just a little bit of... Ready.
Ready.
Hand.
Hand.
Face.
Face.
Stick.
Stick.
Here we go.
Okay.
Lovely. Good job, sire.
Oh.
Good job.
Oh, Nigel.
Oh.
Nigel, you handsome rogue.
Are we doing fine?
You've worked.
Why, thank you.
Nigel, you've worked so hard for this moment. You went to so much trouble. But tricking Princess Evangeline into giving up the crown worked to perfection. Yes, it worked to perfection, just like your flowing locks. Wait! What are you doing? What? You were,
Measuring, sire. I've got it right.
you were supposed to
Big-headed. Big-headed.
measure, not mummify. Honor your king.
Honor my king?
Yes.
Not yet, sir. Not yet. Is you.
Well, just for that, when I am your king, you're going to be picking fleas off the back of my beautiful horse, Periwinkle.
Periwinkle? Your horse's name is Periwinkle? Oh, that name pales in comparison to the name of the Black Knight's horse.
The Black Knight! Don't say that name around me! He's caused me too much trouble already.
Yes, sir. I do believe I'm not the only jester in this clan.
I don't want to hear it. Now, apologize immediately, starting with my horse. Apologize?
Hello, Nigel. What are you
Your
up
Highness.
to?
Princess, yes, princess. I was just telling the jester here I was just telling the jester.
What are we crying about?
I was just telling the jester how heavy my heart is about the tragic death of our noble king.
My king.
Yes, and our beloved prince.
My prince.
Yes. It's been a year since their tragic deaths, but it still feels like yesterday. So wrong.
Indeed it does. I still think of them often.
Yes, my dearest one, I hate to bring up such a obviously painful moment at a time like this, but since I have, tomorrow is my coronation, and I think it would be to Campelot's benefit if it was a joyous occasion.
Why, of course, you are right. And it is, because you've done such a splendid job in the last year since my father's death, and keeping Campelot going, it only made sense that you would take the crown.
Well, I didn't want you to have to carry the heavy, heavy burden of the crown when it goes on my head so lightly. If only I could rule as nobly as your beloved father.
Sir Hisley and Princess Evangeline, a guest has arrived, presenting the Duke of Dubstep Nation, the tiptoeing tumble tornado, Sir Campelot!
Jungle boogie. Yes. Jungle boogie. Yes. Jungle boogie. Jungle boogie. Yes. Yes. Jungle.
Who is this clown?
I am Sir Campelot. Camp Compass, it's time to break it down. Everyone on your feet! What's up?
Somebody!
Come on, let's go bust a move. Yes. Oh yes, I see you, red team. Yes.
No boogie! No boogie! Stop the boogie! Boogie free zone! Boogie free zone! No, sit down immediately! Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down immediately! This is a camp, not some kind of wild jungle!
Ooh.
Welcome, Sir Campelot to Campelot. We're very pleased to meet you. I'm Princess Evangeline, and this is Sir
Nigel Hisley. The pleasure is all yours.
Well, that's magnificent. I'm actually just passing through. I thought I could stop in Campelot for a few days to rest my horse, possibly get some supplies.
Why, of course.
The castle is undergoing extensive renovations for my coronation, and I'm afraid we simply have no room, sorry. But those shoes are quite nice. I might take those. What size are you?
They're custom made, actually.
Yes, what size?
My mother.
Don't be silly. We have more than enough room. You are welcome to stay with us.
Splendid! Wonderful.
Princess, might I have a word privately? That means alone.
Don't mind me.
Princess, you know you are so fair, so just, so, and I beg of you, though, to reconsider your invitation. Frankly, I think all that dancing has strained his brain. You see what I mean?
Well, he is is a bit strange, but he seems harmless.
He's not right.
It's all right. It'll only be for a few days anyway. Sir Lancelot, we'll be more than happy to have you stay with us.
Wonderful!
Julian,
Yes, my lady.
would you please show Sir Lancelot to a guest room?
Yes, very much so, my lady. Yes. Sir, you look like you like to skip. Do you like to skip?
I love to skip.
Yes. Well, we can skip if we want to. You can leave your friends behind. And if they don't skip, then they don't skip. Well, then no friends of mine.
You don't need to worry, Nigel.
No, I'm not worried.
All you have to do is take care of his provisions, and then he'll be on his way. You'll be taking care of a weary traveler, just as my father would have done.
Yes, of course. He'll be taken care of all right. Big time! Your booing does help, but my blood sugar is plunging! Where's my cupcake? Egg! Egg!
Over here, sire.
Where is my frosted treat, you undercooked omelet?
Oh, I mean, this was yours, but then I kind of got hungry on the way here, so I ate half, and we could share. I mean, sharing is caring, you know? It's good.
Let's review the egg criteria. Are you excellent? Yes, yes you are.
Yeah.
At failure, are you grand
Yeah.
or like bland?
Oh.
Do you guard? That is where you're holding on to this job by a slender thread. Bring what's left of the treat and escort me to my royal chambers.
Yes, sire.
Let's go!
Scarlet, slow down. Scarlet!
What's wrong? Can't you keep up?
Scarlet, slow down. What are you doing over here? It's dangerous.
Says the one who fell from a cliff to be rescued by a little orphan girl.
You love bringing that up, don't you? I am forever in your debt.
Wow. I've never seen a castle before.
We shouldn't be here, Scarlet. It's dangerous.
But this is where the legendary prince lived. Legend has it he struck down 100 men on the day of the great battle.
You can't always believe everything you hear. Those are just stories.
Come on, aren't you just a bit curious?
Shh, someone's coming.
Did you hear something?
Is everything all right, my highness?
Yeah, why, yes, it's just, I thought I heard something.
You
A familiar voice. One I haven't heard since...
I can't say that I've heard anything. Although, could be those chimichangas I've had for lunch.
I suppose you're right. Well, anyway, we have many things to attend to prepare for the coronation. Come
Yes.
now.
Yes, Your Majesty.
We shouldn't be here, Scarlet. We must get going.
I've never seen you so troubled. The girl, did you know her?
I did. Once.
Hey, what's this? It looks like Campelot's got itself a new king. Sir Nigel Hisley. Ever heard of him?
Sir Nigel Hisley is going to be crowned king, but the princess was next in line. Oh no, this isn't right. Something's wrong. This isn't right.
Okay, I get it. It's bad.
Oh, it's real bad. And if we don't do something about it, Campelot is doomed.